It's 3 in the morning. The house is silent. You've been asleep for hours, and then you feel it. 4 small paws walking across your chest, a warm weight that wasn't there before. 2 eyes, open wide, staring at you through the dark. It's happened before, many times, but you never really stopped to ask yourself, why there? Why now? Why you? What your cat does while you sleep is not random. It's not cute. It's not annoying. It's a message. And once you understand it, you will never look at your cat the same way again. Let's start with something that might feel uncomfortable. When the lights go out and the house goes quiet, you essentially disappear. You stop moving, you stop talking, you stop responding to anything. And from your cat's perspective, you've gone completely off the grid. So he comes to find you. Picture it like this. Your body still and silent under the sheets, the room dark, and your cat sitting at the edge of the bed watching you with those eyes that cut right through the darkness. He moves slowly, deliberately, toward your chest, not your feet, not the empty pillow next to you, your chest, because that's where you breathe. That's where your body rises and falls. That's where life is most visible. Your cat is not wandering. He is running a check. In the wild, sleeping next to something that stops moving is a serious warning sign. And even though your cat lives between soft blankets and automatic feeders, that ancient part of his brain still follows the old rules. He needs to confirm one thing: you're still here. But that's only the beginning. Here's something happening every single night that you can't see. Your cat has scent glands in his paws, and every time he walks across your body, every time he presses those paws into your blanket, your clothes, your skin, he's leaving behind an invisible chemical signature, a mark, a claim. Think about what happens during the day. You shower, you go outside, you touch other people, other places, other animals. By the time you climb back into bed, your cat's scent from the night before is basically gone. So every night, he resets it. He walks across you slowly, deliberately, pressing his paws into you as if to say, "This is mine. All of this, again." Researchers at the University of Lincoln found that cats in multi-pet households do this significantly more than cats who live alone, because when there's competition, the marking becomes urgent. So the next time your cat walks across your chest in 2 in the morning, know this: he's not being annoying, he's renewing the contract. Now here's something that will change how you feel every time your cat suddenly jumps on you out of nowhere. You're deep asleep, no warning, no buildup, just paws on your chest and wide eyes locked on the door like something is about to walk through it. It's not paranoia, it's perception. Cats can hear frequencies up to 64,000 hertz. Humans max out around 20,000. That means your cat is living in a completely different sound world than you are. The pipe that shifted behind the wall, the raccoon crossing the yard 2 houses down, the refrigerator compressor humming in the kitchen. You slept through all of it. He didn't. And when something catches his ear, his instinct isn't to hide, it's to climb, to get to the highest, safest point in the room. At night, that point is you. You are the tallest, warmest, most familiar surface available. So when something triggers him, he doesn't run away from it. He climbs on top of you and watches from there. A study published in the journal Animal Cognition confirmed that even while resting, a cat's brain never fully switches off. Some part of him is always listening, always scanning, even when he looks completely relaxed. He's not just sleeping next to you, he's guarding the room from you.
Now let's talk about something that looks completely random, but is actually one of the most calculated things your cat does. You felt it before. He jumps on the bed, starts at your feet, moves slowly up your legs, pauses at your stomach, steps up to your chest. It feels like he can't make up his mind, like he's just wandering. He's not. His paws are extraordinarily sensitive to temperature, and what looks like an aimless walk is actually a thermal scan. He's comparing heat zones, measuring your body like a map, searching for the warmest point. A cat's resting body temperature sits between 100 and 102 degrees Fahrenheit. Yours runs a few degrees lower. That means he loses body heat faster than you do, especially at night when the house cools down and there's no sunlight to absorb. So he comes to you, and he finds the spot where your heat is strongest, your core, your chest, the center of everything your body produces. You'll notice this gets worse in winter, not because he suddenly likes you more in December, but because the temperature gap between the house and his body increases, and you become even more valuable. You are his portable sun. And then there's the campaign. You know what I'm talking about. It's 5 in the morning, you're deep asleep, and suddenly your cat is walking across your face, sitting on your head, meowing directly into your ear with the energy of someone who has somewhere to be. This is not affection, this is a strategy. Cats are crepuscular, which means their bodies are biologically wired to be most active at dawn and dusk. So while you're trying to sleep through your alarm, your cat is hitting his natural energy peak, and he has an agenda. Usually it's one of two things: food or boredom. If you feed him around the same time every morning, his internal clock is already counting down. A study from the University of Zurich found that cats can predict feeding times with accuracy down to a 15-minute window. So when he starts his routine at 5:45 and breakfast is at 6, that's not coincidence, that's planning. And here's the part that catches most owners completely off guard. If you get up and feed him every time he does this, you don't fix the problem, you train him to do it more. He learns fast. Walking on your face at 5 in the morning gets results, and once that connection is made, it's very hard to undo. But now we get to the part that changes everything. The part I mentioned at the very beginning. If you've ever watched your cat climb onto you at night and then start pressing his paws slowly into your chest, in and out, rhythmically, like he's kneading dough, stop everything, because that moment is not what most people think it is. Cat owners call it making biscuits. It's one of those behaviors that gets a cute name and gets left at that. But what's actually happening underneath it is something far more powerful than any name could hold. When kittens are born, they press against their mother's belly to stimulate the flow of milk. It's one of the very first things they learn to do. Before they can see clearly, before they can walk, before they understand anything about the world. That pressure, that warmth, that rhythm, it is the first feeling of safety they ever know, and that behavior never leaves them. Your adult cat, who ignores your calls, who knocks things off tables with complete indifference, who acts like your presence is merely tolerable, when he climbs on you in the dark and starts to knead your chest slowly, his brain is replaying the closest thing he has to a childhood memory. Your warmth, your breathing, the steady rhythm of your heartbeat, all of it in that moment feels like the safest place he has ever been. You are not just his owner. In that quiet, dark 3 in the morning moment, you are the closest thing to a mother he will ever have again. So the next time you wake up with 4 paws on your chest and 2 eyes glowing in the darkness, don't push him away. Just stay still for a moment. Because what's happening isn't an interruption, it isn't a habit, it isn't random cat behavior you'll never fully understand. It's trust. It's memory. It's a living creature who, in an entire dark and quiet house full of places he could be, chose you. And if you think about it long enough, that says something about love that words never quite could. Does your cat do any of these things? Tell me in the comments below. And if this changed the way you see him, you already know what to do.